We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Euro Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always with my brother Tim. And today we get too many NBA games, 11. And then we get 2 NHL games, and that's about it for today. But before we get into today's slate, before we look at today's games, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong, and what went right, or we'll start with what went wrong. The NBA for me, I had one play, and the Spurs got blown out. So Spurs plus 6.5, and then plus 230. Not winners there. I went 0-2 in the NBA, down 1.55 units. We went 8-9 in college basketball, down 1.99 units. Could have been worse. Could have been better. It is what it is. In college football, I cashed my only play there. As we have one last bowl game, the national championship remaining. I cashed the Kansas State Wildcats. Wow, minus 125. You could have gotten them at minus 7 and still been fine. So a nice little cash there. And in the NHL, it was a nice day yesterday. Overall, I went 10-5, up 4.82 units. That really carried my day to a positive. My only losers were the Vegas Golden Knights, which I added on late like an idiot. I had the over 5.5 and team total over in Arizona and Winnipeg, over 5.5 in Nashville and Vegas. Did not hit, and I picked the wrong team to bet a team total over in that game. I had team total over 2.5 with the Columbus Blue Jackets. They lose 7-2. My winners, I had the over in that Columbus game as well, 7-2 over the 6. Tampa Bay puts up the over by themselves. Calgary and Florida, 6-2 there. Cashed that one, the over 5.5, and the team total over for the Devils as well. Both those hit. Over in the Sharks game, over in the Avalanche game, and then the Avalanche team total over 3.5. I needed overtime to hit that, and wow, what a beauty of a goal by Cale Makar to win the game in overtime for the Colorado Avalanche. He kind of drifted out a little bit and then slammed on the brakes, spun around, and just used quick speed, backhand, front hand, backhand, top deck, beats Marc-Andre Fleury. Gorgeous goal, one of the best goals, if not the best goal I've seen all season long in the NHL.
That's not true. You like that Connor McDavid goal.
Oh, yeah, the 1-on-4?
Yeah.
But this one was kind of sick. Just the way he juked out. I think it was Jonathan Taves on defense there. I'll have to show you that goal later. It was an absolute beauty. I cashed the Anaheim Ducks team total over 2.5, as well as the Ducks on the money line. I got that at minus 110 yesterday and moved all the way up to minus 160. They get the job done 4-1. Terry hat trick in that game for the Ducks. And of course, I also cashed the Grand Salami over 47.5, which was my last Woody standing pick. So nice day yesterday. Hope to continue that into today. So yesterday I went 19-16 overall, up 2.28 units. So far in 2022, I'm 65-60-1, up 3.11 units. How about you, Tim?
Yeah, I feel like everybody can hit their last Woody standing pick besides, me. Because I know Christina hit hers. She had Seton Hall, and it's just everybody hits theirs besides me. I had the over in that NC State game, but for the site, we managed to go after an ugly start to the day. It looked like I think it was like a 2-6 start to college basketball. We found a way to manage to have a profitable day overall. Great thanks to your freaking hockey. But NBA yesterday went 2-1. The only loser was the Spurs. Spurs plus 6.5 didn't work out. Suns minus 8, and the over in the Laker game was a non-sweater. Sort of. It went over with like 4 minutes to go, but I wasn't concerned at all about it. So that was good. 2-1 day there. Your hockey went 5-3 with every single over inside hockey, and then the Vegas Golden Knights money line. I think that was all your plays. Okay. And then for college basketball yesterday, it was an 8-9. So it could have definitely have been slightly profitable. It could have been a lot worse. For the losers, the Auburn South Carolina game, that one went over with I think 30 seconds to go. EMU and WMU under wasn't even close. Illinois and Minnesota looked good all game. And then, well, not all game, until about 10 minutes left in the game, and I saw the live line. What I saw up in the 145, 150 range was in the 135, 120 range, 130 range. It's like, well, that's a loser. Virginia Tech forgot how to play basketball. They lost straight up as a 10-point favorite. And then the over in that game looked good all game, and then scoring died down in the last couple of minutes. Liberty and Stenson over 127 was a winner. I don't know why I mentioned that one real quick. Providence under 136.5. Yeah, that was a blowout, and I expected because it was like 42-22 at halftime, and it was lined exactly at the 136.5. I was like, oh, okay, maybe it might work out. It's a blowout. No. Marquette proceeds to put up a bunch of points. Providence put up a bunch of points. That one ended in the 150s. Loser. That Lehigh game was a double loser. We had Colgate -8 and the under. Lehigh won straight up, and it went way over. And then North Alabama and Lipscomb under 140. It went over by a little bit. So I think it ended up in the 150s. So not particularly nice there. It happens. Winners yesterday, Ohio and Akron over the 129. I think that one finished slightly in the 130s, so that one was good. Toledo and CMU under worked out. Michigan and Rutgers over. That one was a sweat. I think that one went over with like a minute to go. The Lipscomb Stenson game over, not sweat. UVA and Clemson, an over in Virginia, no sweater. That just shows how bad this Virginia's team is going to be this year, even though they won yesterday. And then we had a double winner in that Seton Hall game, Seton Hall -4, and the under 131. So that worked out. And then that Texas A&M Georgia over was once again a no sweat. I think that one ended up in the 160s. We had over 140.5. The only game that didn't play yesterday was Howard and Penn. That one got postponed earlier in the morning. So 8-9 overall for college basketball, 15-13 overall on the site. I think we're profitable 3/4 of a unit. I think it said $77 on the site. So it works. It's a profitable day and ready to try to make that a little bit more profitable.
Yeah, should be a fun one. But we'll take a look over at the chat.
Oh, let me go pull up my college basketball thing. Oh, my monitor. Come on. There we go. Google Docs. Just so I could try to read along with some of these. Not going to go over every single one of them because we want to try to get through the slate. You got like Tennessee -16.5. If you're going to put them up, at least put up your lines. And if you're able to put up a time, just so I could find them easier. But Tennessee slightly in that way, half a point lean. We have them at the 17-point favorite. So no bet on that one, lean that way. Southern -4. I remember seeing we have them as 6.5-point favorites. That's fine. Not enough for us to bet it. MSU, you like the Michigan State Spartans at -15.5. We have it at 17, so it'd be lean that way. Houston first half. We'll be on Houston in that game. VCU. Where's VCU on here? I remember typing them up. I think that game got canceled. Nope. They're against Dayton. Never mind. They're right here. We have Dayton as a 1-point favorite, so take with that as you wish. We were 4 minutes late. Yep, my fault. I woke up late. Blame me. Iowa State. Yep. No, sorry. No, we don't like that one. We're on Texas Tech. Meaning I'm on time. There you go. Only Ova I follow VGK last night. Oh, damn. Good morning, Earls. I hit my 5-team teamer yesterday for 1.2 units. Nice. Good job, Nathan. Your last week standing pushed. Good job, dude. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Iowa State's -4. God, we missed a bad line. I like Texas Tech. We have them as favorites in that game. Houston, I like. Here you go. Missouri State and Bradley. Actually, this one's our best college basketball play of the day. We normally don't have a game like this, so not going to go over that one. That one's our best one. There's 18.5 points of value on one of those plays. So there you go. Houston, well, it's also part of my handy capitan. So I guess you could just go over and look there. Houston, first half, -7.5 and full game. I like it. Hockey for the win last night, up 9.5 units.
Yes.
There you go. Thanks for the 2-teamer. There you go. Evansville, under 65.5. I believe we have the under in that game in general, or we don't have it bet at all. Where's Evansville? Evansville. No, we don't have that game bet at all. Never mind. But I don't mind that at all. All right, Nick. We got a decent-sized NBA slate that we're going to try to roll through. Yeah. If you go onto the Facebook page for Morning Wood, it's my handy capitan play. Morning, guys. Creighton for Villanova over. No, we're going under. But let's go ahead. I'm going to try to power through these. We get an NBA slate, 10-gamer. I will say I have 8 plays today in the NBA, and I did not type them up yet. So I'll do that as I go over them. Nick?
Yeah, we're going to kick it on off here with the Philadelphia 76ers at the Orlando Magic in the first game here. This game's actually up to a 9.5 now with a total of 211.5. What are you looking at for this one?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is one of the spots where Orlando is Orlando. They I don't want to say that they've given up because no team is giving up necessarily, but this is not a slate that I would be willing to go after Orlando. They just have not played. Oh, what happened to my computer? Okay, there we go. For whatever reason, it just went back to my screensaver. Orlando has not been playing well. They're 2-8 their last 10 games, 5-5 against the spread, 7-31 this year, 2-13 at home. This is not a team I'm willing to bet on. I'm not laying 8.5 points on the Philadelphia 79.5. Not laying it just because I don't feel like they deserve to be that big of favorites, and I don't trust Orlando to get it done. I just stayed off this game entirely, so I passed on this one.
Yeah, I saw this game, and I'm as ugly as it is. I had this game handicapped around 6.5, 7. So I did see some value here with the home underdog in this spot. I took Orlando at +9. I know that's really ugly. Let me type up my plays here.
Almost as ugly as you.
Yeah. Funny.
Sorry.
But yeah, I'm on the dog in this spot. I think that this is definitely a dog day in the NBA. I've noticed. Because I have a few dogs that I'm currently typing up my plays for. And the first one here is the Orlando Magic at +9.
There you go. Oh, all right. That works. I know I'm not interested in this game. It's just and this is a dog day. I have 1, 2, 3, technically 4, 5 dogs today. So I don't mind that. Geez, that Leafs line is taken off. Seth Curry over 4 assists. I don't mind that at all. Teasing the Hornets, Celtics, Sixers. All right, Hornets. That'll be the next game we go over. Oh, we're going to go over all those games. That's fine.
Tim, you need to put up your plays here for the scroller.
Dude, you were typing them at the same time as me.
Okay, then you have to redo it then.
You piece of crap. All right, Nick. Then talk to the chat and click on the next game when you're done.
Yeah. Morning Wood Show picks and parlays.
Yes, picks and parlays. It's a company me and Nick work with.
Yep. All right, then we'll move on to the next game here with the Detroit Pistons at the Charlotte Hornets. In this one, there should be just a great battle of two very talented teams here, Tim. Hornets are 10.5-point favorites. The total is now 228.5. This line has dropped 1.5 since I typed this up. I guess I'll go first when Tim's typing out his plays. It'd be a lean towards the dog for me here in this game at 10.5. Charlotte's really been struggling as of late, and they come into today not covering in back-to-back games, getting blown out in both, or not blown out in both of them, but blown out against the Suns and then losing by 3 against the Wizards. And this is just not a team I'm looking to particularly get to. And we do have a Detroit team that's won back-to-back games. They covered as a 17-point favorite and won straight up against Milwaukee in their last game. So I would lean towards the dog in this spot at plus 10.5. Did not get to it though. I had this game around 9.5.
There you go. No, I'm not interested in this one. If anything, it's a lean towards Detroit, but I don't trust Detroit on the road. That's the big factor. Detroit this year is 7-28 and 3-15 on the road. They've covered in half their games on the road though. 9-9 against the spread on the road. 7-18 against the spread overall. So it's actually halfway decent for what they've been doing. But no, I'm not interested in this game. I don't lay more than 10 points, 10.5 points. And then I looked at the total. And I just couldn't get a grasp on it. At 230, Charlotte, yes, they're going to score. They're not going to play defense. Will Detroit put it up enough to make it a big enough fight so that it will go over the 230? And that's where I don't think it's going to happen. I feel like this could be more an under game than an over game, just because I don't think Detroit's going to put up as much points. And if I look at, let's see, what is the current team total for Detroit? 109. Maybe an under 109 team total for them. But I'm not interested in this game. I looked at it, but I said no.
Fair enough. Then we'll move on to the next game then, why don't we?
Head back to the chat for a minute. It's good. You guys get along. I don't get along with my brothers. Hey, it happens. Baby. Hey, if you want to grab Bay to have a certain game, there you go. I don't mind that at all. Good morning, guys. Okay, it's not up yet, so when she goes live, I'll ask her for your wood play. I'm not. No. Go to the the Picks and Parleys Morning Wood Facebook group. And do it that way. So that's where it's on, or it's on the EarleSportsBets.com, and that's the best bet for $25. But it's on the Facebook group. You just gotta go on Facebook, type in morning Picks and Parleys Morning Wood, and you'll find the group. Hold my nose plus 10.5. I mean, at this point, why not? PJ Washington returns tonight. That's going to be a big help. Conditioning, yeah, I think wasn't he out? Yeah, COVID protocols. PJ Washington is one of those players that he's putting up 10 plus points a game with 5 rebounds, 3 assists. So, yeah, I got you, John. Somebody. Okay, I clicked on something. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and keep on rolling to this one. We got 2 more games that I don't have a bet in, and then I have a bet in the rest of the slate.
Cool. Houston Rockets are at the Washington Wizards in this one here. Wizards are 8-point home favorites. Total of 229. What are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, I figured I'd throw on the Rockets jerseys just to say I'm passing on this game. This is not a game I'll be interested in. It'd be a lean towards the dog. Houston at +8. And maybe a lean towards the over just because Houston's a higher paced team. Is Washington? No, they're not. But Houston is. I feel like this could be a very similar slot to the other night where where Charlotte played against Washington. I feel like it could be a very similar thing where you see a 120 to 115 type game and it goes over the total. But am I betting this one? No, I'm not. I already have 8 plays on today's slate, so I did not bet in this game.
Yeah, this one was a pass for me, and at this line, it'd be a lean towards the favorite. I had this game at 8.5, so it'd be a lean towards the Wizards at 7.5 at home here. but did not get involved in this one either.
Here's a good approach. Kyle Kuzma's points. I don't mind that one. Let's look at what are they giving us for his points? He's on Washington. Kyle Kuzma, 20.5. Let's see what he's done the last 5 games. 36, 29, 25, 22, and then 12. But hey, his last 4 games, he's cleared those points. So yeah, I don't mind that at all. Yes, his points. There you go. Gave the like. We appreciate it, Francisco. Welcome to the stream. All right, Nick. Let's get to this game.
Yeah, this should be a fun one here.
Back there.
Yes.
Nice.
That's my last Woody pick, so moved on because of that one. I've got to decide what is going to be my last Woody pick today. It might be the Pittsburgh Penguins, but we'll move on here. The San Antonio Spurs are at the Boston Celtics in this one. This line's actually gone down to 7.5 favorites for these Boston Celtics. A total of 224 in this game. Where are you looking in this matchup, Tim?
This will be the last one that I pass on. I don't know why. I just did not like these early games. Spurs on a second leg of a back-to-back. It would be a lean towards them just because they're a little bit better with the spreads this year, 20-16 compared to 19-17-1 for Boston. DeJounte Murray could be back today for the Spurs, which could help him out a little bit. He did not play the Raptors, but is on track to return to action Wednesday against Boston. That could be good. But at the same time, I don't really think you're going to get the Spurs to cover, and I don't trust the Boston Celtics to lay 8. And as for a total, it would be a lean towards the over, but once again, this is the last game I don't have money on. I'll have 8 plays in 7 games. I even doubled up on one of them. If you saw my free pick video for the NBA game, you know which one. But for this one, I'm going to be passing on this one.
Yeah, this is one I did get to. I had this game projected around Boston -5. I got it at Spurs +8. I took the road dog in this spot here. Yes, I know they're I know they're on the second half of a back-to-back, but this is I feel like just too many points for the situation. So I'm on the Spurs +8 in this game. It's now down to +7.5.
Yeah, I feel that one. You said an 18-point value. I believe it was 18.5, but yes, I've really, trust me, I don't put out best bets and stuff like that often. Actually, it's even more. It's probably it's actually a 20 value now because the line moved. So, I got a little bit of a worse line on it, but yeah, with my line compared to theirs, that one was a big one for me. So yes, no smoke. That was my thing. Over in Spurs, yeah, I lean that way. I won both old Woody standing and last Woody standing. Nice. You took LSU game to go over, and it did. Did anybody see that last play of that LSU game last night? The football game. The LSU is down. They still lost like 42-20 or whatever. They figured, hey, F it, we're gonna do this flea flicker Hail Mary play at the end to have fun with it. And they ended up getting like a 70+ yard touchdown on the last play of the game. Look it up. It's funny. Just do it. Yes, finna drop my whole oh God, no. Oh God, no. Do not drop your entire bankroll on one play. Please do not. That is stupid. Boston smash. Tatum is back. Tatum plus points prop. I don't mind that. I just didn't get to it. Plus, keep in mind, Tatum has not played since Christmas. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass. That's good. I couldn't lay the 8, so I teased Boston. That's fair, too. I saw the last play. I'm glad I didn't live bet it. Bankroll management. Yes, bankroll management. Careful. Let's keep rolling, Nick.
Golden State Warriors are at the Dallas Mavericks. This line has gone to a 5.5 now. Some movement since I've been typing up these lines. 5.5 point favorites are these Golden State Warriors. A total of 214 in this game. Where are you looking?
I'm on Golden State. I actually got them at 5.5. I believe I got them at 5.5 on my thing. I just think that they're the better team right now. Kristaps Porzingis is going to be out tonight for the Dallas Mavericks. A little bit of positive. I know he's not playing today, but scary that Golden State's going to get better on Sunday. Klay Thompson, the Warriors are optimistic that Thompson will make his season debut on Sunday against the Cavaliers. Do you know what that means? I'm
At
betting
the
the
Cavs.
Cavaliers Sunday. But seriously, that's going to be a big thing for the Warriors. So that's good for them. And a team that's pretty much already healthy. Iguodala is questionable, and that's pretty much it. Dallas is coming off of a win against Denver 2 nights ago, so I feel like this could be a spot for Golden State just come in and take care of business. I think they win by probably double digits in this game. I grabbed the Golden State Warriors minus 5.5 in this game.
Yeah, I lean the other way with this one here. I had this game valued around 3, or priced around 3. So it would be a lean towards the Mavs in this spot. I would have rather had the 6.5 this morning than the 5.5 now, obviously. But I would lean towards Dallas at home here at the dog price.
Yeah. LSU game almost made me lose my team total under 20.5. Yeah, no time to kick the extra point. But that play was still really cool to see. I know, but 20 points? All right, half. No, dude, stop. If anything, go your unit size and maybe 2 units or something. That's as big as that's what I did. I put 2 units on that play instead of 1. That's all.
I just have 1 unit on it.
And that's what I did, so we'll see. And at the end of the day, it can still lose. Just because I see a lot of value on the line does not mean it's going to guarantee to win. Good way to go broke, whole bankroll, yes. 5.5, yes. I like Golden State. Everyone on Golden State, that is fine. Throw the entire bankroll on Russian table. Okay, Nathan has the right idea here. LOL. What's the play you're planning to drop 7,000? He's not dropping 7,000. Right side Mavs. I don't think so. What play are you guys talking about? It's our best bet in college basketball today. It's either it says best bet on the Earle Sports Bets website, or it's the second pick in my handicap ton. The one that the college basketball one. You got 0.333 units. There you go. Let's keep rolling. And this is probably my favorite play of the day in the NBA.
Yeah, we have the Brooklyn Nets at the Indiana Pacers in this one here. The Nets are 8-point favorites on the road, total of 225 in this game. Where are you looking here?
Give me the Pacers plus all the points I can get and sprinkle on the money line. Kyrie Irving's back for the Nets today. And he's only going to be playing on road games because of the whole COVID status, which I think is just BS. But I feel like this is a spot where he comes out really, really rusty. No chemistry, nothing going with him because he doesn't really practice with the team that often because of his whole deal, which is stupid for him in a professional aspect. He's getting paid to play. Oh, technically he's not getting paid because every single game he doesn't play, he's getting fined. But I'm on the Indiana Pacers. Home game. I know Karis Levert's out. Brogdon's a little bit beat up. He's questionable for today's game. Durant is expected to be back today. I think this Pacers team can at least keep it close against the Nets at home. I feel like with Kyrie Irving, it's going to be more of a distraction than a help today with him. So this is a Pacers spot or nothing for me.
Yeah, I'm on the exact same thing, and I went all the way to putting half a unit on the money line here. I had this game priced out to pick 'em. I think this Brooklyn Nets team is overrated, and they're valued way too much in this market. And I think the Pacers are better than people think. And I took them +8. I took them plus 280 on the money line. I think they potentially win straight up. So I'm going to go with the Pacers here.
There you go. Go through the chat again. Warriors Mavs over at 213. Sure, why not? Dropping 3 in it. All right. Nets not been good, and they're getting Kyrie Irving, and I think that's gonna be a bad thing for him. You like the over 226 in this game? I don't mind it. Yes, that's the play. That is the play, Francisco. Yep. Thank you. Nets and Pacers over. Yes, it would be a lean that way. I did not bet it. I bet the Pacers. Speaking of ugly dogs.
Yeah, we had the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Minnesota Timberwolves here. Timberwolves are 8-point home favorites in this game. 7.5, 8-point home favorites in this game. Total of 215. Where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, I don't know what everybody's hype is with this Minnesota team. I'm on the second best team against the spread this year in the NBA, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are 23-13. They're even better against the spread than the Golden State Warriors. Only team that are not, Cleveland Cavaliers. I grabbed them plus 7.5. It's probably up to 8 in some books. Yes, this Minnesota team is profitable against the spread. They're 19-17-1. Karl Anthony Towns is a game time decision today. D'Angelo Russell, the game time decision today. Both of them still a little bit beat up. Dort is still out for Oklahoma City. Other than that, everybody else is pretty much healthy for this game. I think Oklahoma City keeps this game close enough. And I'll probably have a sprinkle on all these money lines on the ugly dogs I have for today. But for this one, I like the Thunder. I think they keep it close, and if not, win this game.
Yeah. For me, I stayed off this game. I think this line's priced correctly, but this definitely feels...
Stop it. Get some help.
No.
No?
These two teams are profitable against the spread this year.
Fair enough.
So in my mind, these two teams are good teams. Oklahoma City's been a team I've been making money on. 23-13 for them, 19-17-1 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Both of them top 10 against the spread.
Gotcha. All right. I'm passing on this game. I have no interest in this one.
Fair enough.
I think it's priced correctly.
Yeah. Over 213, Mavs and Warriors sounds good as well. Yeah, I don't mind that. I didn't bet it, but I don't mind it. Oklahoma City. Yes, I agree with Oklahoma City today. Unfortunately, I got it at a 7.5, but I don't mind. I don't mind the 7.5 either. Over 215 in this game, which sure one. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. I don't really have a feeling on the total. Speaking of ugly dogs.
Yeah, the Toronto Raptors are at the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are now 8-point home favorites in this game. Total of 226.5. Anything in this one?
Yeah, I'm on Toronto plus 7.5. I don't understand why that big of favorites of dogs. I know they're in Milwaukee. This Toronto team has been playing really good lately. I know they're 6-4 their last 10, 8-2 against the spread. They're one of the hottest teams against the spread right now, getting the job done. Toronto's completely healthy. I think teams are just missing a couple of bench players each, which is nothing significant right now, considering what this team was compared to what it is. Say, these two teams 2 weeks ago compared to them now, both of them are healthy, which I think we're going to see a good game out of this. I do think the Toronto Raptors are a good team, and now the fact that they're equal 500, I believe they're where are they? They're in that 9 spot for the Eastern Conference. Surprisingly, the Eastern Conference is a little bit better than the Western Conference this year. But that's mostly because there's Golden State and Phoenix and Utah all the way up on top, and then the other teams are just in the Western Conference. But Toronto's actually been pretty good this year. They're profitable against the spread, 18-16, even though it's ever so slightly. This is a spot. I like Toronto in this game. I think they cover, if not win the game. Milwaukee's coming off of a ugly loss versus the worst team in the NBA. So this is a spot where I like the Toronto Raptors to at least cover. If not, they win this game straight up as well. So give me Toronto.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. I'm on Toronto plus the 8. I had this game priced at 6, so I needed it at 8 instead of 7.5 in order to bet this one. I just added this to my card. The only thing that really kind of worries me is this is the second half of a back-to-back for Toronto. They just played against San Antonio last night, and then they traveled to Milwaukee. So that could be a little bit of a question mark there. Milwaukee's a very talented team, but I think that they can keep it within 8 here. This is not a game where I'm particularly looking to sprinkle a money line, though. But I do like the plus 8.
Yeah, just keep in mind these players for Toronto, most of them sat out that fourth quarter against the Spurs just because it was a blowout. So I'm not really too worried about it. And they went from Toronto to Milwaukee. It's not really a spot that I'm going to be over considering. So I do think Toronto at least keeps this one close. Roland's even going a step further and just saying the money line straight up. That's fine. I'll have a sprinkle on the money lines for all my dogs today, so that's nice. Suppness, we're good to go now, Nick. Bucks in the over. I don't mind the over. I'm not betting the Bucks though. I'm so disgusted with the Bucks after that loss. Yes, that was an ugly loss. Did I bet that game? No, I did not bet that game. Took the money line for my parlay. That's fair. I think that at least Toronto keeps it close. So since I'm going overs anyway, that's fair. Bucks game over. Okay, that's fine. Personally, I have one total today. So these Bucks, they stuck it up. But you got to keep in mind, they've been playing well all year. They're 25-14 this year. Sure, they lost to the Bucks. Before then, they covered in 5 out of 6 games. Including winning their last 6 games, where they covered a 12.5 against New Orleans. They covered a 14 against Orlando, a 15 against Orlando. The only time they didn't cover, they won by 4 points to Boston when they're 7.5-point favorites. They took care of business against Milwaukee, against Dallas and Houston, covering the spreads. So this is a spot where I even though Milwaukee's been really good lately, I'm on Toronto. Toronto's been even sharper. You like it? There you go. Giannis has the ball. He really does. So if you do like Milwaukee, probably a Giannis prop would be an interesting idea, but nothing for me for that Milwaukee side. Yes, plus 8. 1-800 pass. That's fair. LOL. Raptors -6 was good yesterday. I don't think the Raptors covered today. You think the Bucks win by 18? Yes, I know. That was our only loss yesterday was the Spurs, so it's whatever. We'll keep on rolling. We got 3 more NBA games today, Nick.
Yeah, this should be a fun one here. The Atlanta Hawks are at the Sacramento Kings. This line is actually flipped. It went from Kings -1 to now it's Hawks -1 with a total of 231 now. Where are you looking here?
I'm gonna be on Atlanta for this game. Sacramento's they just came. That's what it was. They just back-to-back today. They played against the Lakers last night, and that one was a back and forth one to the end. I had the over in that game. Really nice. For this one, it's Atlanta or nothing for me. Trae Young is questionable for today's game, so that's a little bit concerning due to a lower back soreness, but I think he'll end up playing. John Collins remains out due to health and safety protocol. Cam Reddish is questionable with an ankle. Bogdanovich is out, but he's been out for a while. COVID-19. Rashad Holmes out for that Sacramento side. I just think Atlanta's the better team. And Atlanta knows they need to start winning games like this against bad teams. Atlanta's like 13th or 14th in the East right now. They're not in a good position. And they need to start winning, and winning games against a bad team like Sacramento is the exact way to do it. So they need to look at it and go, all right, we need to win these games. And I think they take care of business tonight, even a little bit short benched against a bad Sacramento team.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. I got this at Atlanta -101. They're now at -120 on the money line. I just took them straight up here. I had this game handicapped around, I believe, Atlanta -1.5. So I saw value at the when it was +1, and I took the money line. I don't know if I would get to it now at Atlanta -1. I mean, the money line's fine. I think they get the job done. I think they win this game. So I'm on Atlanta money line here. I got it at -101.
There you go. You guys were right about the over in the Lakers game. You took the under, shake my head. Hey, we took the over in the Laker game. You took the Raptors -6. We're equal.
Yeah.
You may be right. I have to get over by recency bias with the Bucks. 100%. You can't have recency bias. Lakers scoring better. They are.
Because you know who has the most recency bias?
Who?
The betting public.
Yep.
And that's what the books know. The books know that you remember the last thing you saw.
True. You should have been riding the Lakers the past 3 games. I don't bet the Lakers. They're no longer the worst team against the spread statistically. Portland is now down there. Actually, the Lakers have moved themselves up from 30th to 28th against the spread teams, but they're hitting 41% against the spread. That's not good. So no, the Lakers is still a team that I make money on fading. So I'm gonna stay off this game if Trae Young is questionable. Stay tuned. Game time decision at 6:00. You'll be able to know all your injury news for all that stuff. Let's keep rolling, Nick. 2 games left.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I got a notification a couple minutes ago. I know we're going over this game in a couple minutes, but Connor McDavid was officially out for today's game. But Miami Heat are at the Portland Trailblazers here. The Heat are now 1.5-point favorites in this game, a total of 217. What are we looking at here?
Yeah. Yikes. I didn't really look at the injury report before betting this one. I'm on the Heat. Jimmy Butler got ruled out, which is whatever. Bam's still out. Dame and CJ still out. So the top 4 players in this game are all out. So Miami will still have Kyle Lowry and everything. But I was kind of hoping Butler would be in too. I took Miami on the money line. When they were they the +1? No, I got Atlanta at plus money at plus 105. I got Miami at -115. I still think Miami wins this game straight up, to be honest. I feel like their bench is better than Portland's. Now, if anybody's interested in anything, Anthony Simons, for his scoring prop and prowess prop and everything, he had a really good game his last time out, and I expect him to be able to pick up more minutes with no Dame and no McCollum because he's a backup point guard. And last game, he got 39 minutes and scored 43 points, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. So this is a spot where I think this could be a good spot for him again. And if you're playing DFS, he's $5,300, which is pretty nice. But I think this is a spot where Miami comes into this one. They're currently, I think, number 4 in the East. So I think they keep trying to build up because they need to catch the Bucks, the Nets, and the Bulls. So I'm thinking Miami gets a win in this one, beats up on a bad Portland team without their big stars, and keeps rolling. So Miami money line with this one.
Yeah, I'm on the same page here. I got this at Miami money line -117. I had this game handicapped around a 2.5, so I see value here with these Heat. Portland's just not a team we can particularly trust. You said they were worse in the NBA against the spread.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is definitely a Portland Trailblazers team we have no problem fading, especially without CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. That's definitely not going to help their case here. Even though there's no Bam and no Jimmy Butler, this is a game that the Heat should still win, even on the road. So yeah, I'm on the same page here. The Heat are definitely a team I like right now, even with injuries. They just have decent depth. So I'm going to go with the Miami Heat money line here because for whatever reason, whenever we count this Heat team out, when Butler's out or when Bam's out, and all of a sudden they become 7.5-point dogs, we see them winning those games straight up by like 10 points. It's kind of ridiculous. So I think the Heat are a team that still can battle through injuries and win games. And I'm on them today.
Yeah, Portland is one of 2 teams in the NBA where their spread is hitting at less than 40%. The only other team I have a bet on today, which is Atlanta. So Portland is 13-22-1 against the spread. It's hitting at 37%, worse than the NBA by over a 1.5%. So this is definitely a spot. I'm on Miami, and we'll keep rolling with it. St. Louis puck line. We'll go over hockey in a minute. Tyler Harrow points. Why not? I like that one. I like that one. Miami Fuego and a rally for Jimmy Buckets. I like it. What up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Show some appreciation. Subscribe, share. Full NBA slate today. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. Here is Mr. Lex Steele's parlay for today. I think it looks like a teaser. No, it doesn't. Hornets minus 9.5 and the over 224. That's fine. I didn't bet that game. Sixers money line, the over 210. Good luck with that one. I don't know if I could trust the Orlando Magic. Nets minus 7.5. Negative there. Don't like that one. Golden State money line, the over. Sounds good to me. Bucks over 225. That's fine. T-Wolves minus 4. I'm on the Oklahoma City Thunder plus the 8. St. John's minus 5 in the over in the Penguins game. St. John's. Out of 5, it would be lean towards DePaul. 1 point lean towards DePaul, but we'll see. Over in the Heat game, I'm not necessarily interested in that one just because of all the big players out right now. Over in this game too. I mean, if you guys like the over, that's fine. I like Miami. I don't have a feeling towards that total. I feel like there's too many players out to go over in this game. I feel like that's the case there. Made it in time to hit the like button. What's up, Earle Bros? What's up, Richie? Welcome. As long as we have Kyle Lowry and Duncan and Harrow, yeah, they're good. Pass on the Orlando game. Sup, Marcos? All right, last NBA game of the day, Nick.
Yeah, the Utah Jazz are at the Denver Nuggets here. The Nuggets are 3-point home dogs in this game. Total of 222. Where are you looking here?
Yeah, they were 5-point dogs last night, and I didn't bet it because it wasn't available on my book. So unfortunately, I missed that line. This is the game that I have 2 plays from. If you guys saw my free pick video from yesterday, I like the over in this game. I think it's going to be a back and forth. Normally, when Denver and Utah play, it's a back and forth, high scoring game. I could see both teams getting into the 115, 120 range in this game. So I like the over in this one. And then as for a side, I'm on the Nuggets. Plus 3.5 on some books. This Utah team is beat up. Even if they're going to play, Donovan Mitchell is probable today with a back strain. That's never fun to play through. Rudy Gobert, left shoulder inflammation. That's not fun to play through. He's a beat up there. Jordan Clarkson, lower back tightness, also probable. That's no fun to play with. Sprained left finger for Bogdanovich. He's a big shooter. That's going to be a problem. No Joe Ingles. Royce O'Neal is beat up. Hassan Whiteside's beat up, which is the backup center. On the other side with Denver, Monte Morris still out with COVID protocol, and Jeff Green still out with COVID protocol. Other than that, a couple bench players, but nothing significant for the Denver Nuggets. So I'm going to ride with the Nuggets at home. I took them plus 3.5, sprinkle on the money line. I feel like this is a spot where Denver tries to, I know they're 10.5 games back of first place. I feel like this is a spot where they could try to make up some ground in this Western Conference, considering they're currently in that 5 spot, and they're 5 games back of that 4 spot with Memphis. But I feel like this is a spot where they could try to make up some ground, especially on Utah. So give me the Nuggets plus 3 at home.
Yeah, this is a game I passed on. I had this game priced at exactly 3, so this is a pass for me.
There you go. Pass on Detroit game. That's fair. What up, Lex? I had the game at 216 Miami. Now 217. I took the under 216. That's fine with all the players out. I don't mind that at all. Lean Detroit under. That's fine. St. John's has straight up Krinkin murder team. Okay, that's fine. I personally, we have the under in that game. That's it. LOL, my book is scared to drop a team total for the Leafs.
3.5 at minus 150.
Lean Houston plus and over. Good luck there. Nuggets sneaky spot. I think so. I really do, especially at home. Mitchell will play. Gobert and Bogdanovich, probably not. Even if Mitchell plays, he's still going to be beat up. Even if those other two guys play, they're still going to be beat up. That's fine. Pass on San Antonio, Golden State minus. I like it. But that is all the NBA plays. We got a massive 2-game NHL slate for today. But apparently there's lots of news, and especially in this game. We'll go ahead and start off for you, Nick. Toronto Maple Leafs are a minus 285 now against the Edmonton Oilers. Total of 6 in this game. Where are we riding?
Yeah, this line's moved, and it's moved for a reason. No Connor McDavid today. They're also going to be without Tyson Barrie. They're still without Nugent Hopkins. No Derek Ryan. This is a huge blow to the Edmonton Oilers here. Mike Smith is also confirmed in net. On the other side, Andre Kashe it remains out, but Austin Matthews tested back out of COVID protocol, so he will be available today. So they've also made this way too difficult for me to want to bet Toronto. Because if you look at your options here, minus 285 on the money line. I'm not laying minus 285 with this Toronto Maple Leafs team. They've played one game since returning back from the COVID break, and that was against the Senators on the 1st. So it's been 4 days since they've played a game as well. Okay, then you look at their puck line here. Minus 125 on a puck line? I don't know about that. Then you may look, okay, their team total. 3.5 at minus 150. That's a lot. Their regulation line is a minus 200. You can parlay them with the over 6. I like the over in this game. That's where I'm going in this one here. You can do Leafs money line and over 6 at plus 152 as well. So I think that may be a potential look here as well. But I like over 6 in this game. I'm tempted on plus 120 on the team total over for the Edmonton Oilers at 2.5. Because I think if we get an over, it'll be a 5 or a 4-3 type of game, maybe. And if this line keeps climbing, it's going to leave me no choice other than to probably take a shot here. If I can get at plus 270, plus 275, take a shot with the Oilers, even without McDavid. And I think actually probably the best play you can make here for any type of Oilers play is, let me see what the line is for it. You can take it at plus 120. Leon Draisaitl goal scorer plus 120. Because who else is going to score with Connor McDavid out of the lineup? I think that's an absolute steal of a price, even at this line. If they're going to score, it's going to be Leon Draisaitl. So I'd be leaning towards potentially betting him goal scorer prop at plus 120. I'm leaning towards the Oilers at plus 252. I know they've played like absolute crap lately. And this is a team I've not bet. I think I've bet all of twice this season. And they've lost 8 of their last 10 games. They've lost 4 in a row heading into this one. They've lost all 4 since the return off their COVID break. They won back-to-back before the COVID break. 4-2 loss to St. Louis, 6-5 a loss to New Jersey, 3-2 loss versus the Islanders, and 4-1 versus the Rangers. So this is a spot here where I can't get to the Leafs at whatever price they're at right now. Even though they should absolutely dominate this game, I'm just going to stick with the over 6.
That's fair. Hear me out. Take the draw at plus 430.
Is that your draw of the day?
No, I'm not betting it, but I figured I'd mention that. By the way, Nick, one of our college basketball games has been canceled. We're no longer going to have Indiana State minus 6 versus Evansville.
Oh.
But
no Sycamores and Purple Aces?
Nope. We'll go back to the chat for just a second before we go into that last game. Roland's liking that over. Indy plus 8. Yep, Marcos. Oilers puck line. Bold. Military. Milwaukee over. Fine. Toronto first period money line.
That is a minus 215. Good luck.
Atlanta minus. That's that. Yes, I like that one. Yes. No Connor McDavid or Nugent Hopkins. Draisaitl better score, or this is gonna get ugly.
Yes.
Atlanta over. I blame the Edmonton coach for them playing bad.
Wrong.
Hey, I did not talk you into it. Do not bet it. Do not bet it. Bet it at your own discretion, I should say. So I'm not talking you into it. I don't know shit about hockey.
Yeah. And wrong. You can't really blame the coach here. You blame the GM for getting Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl absolutely no depth to work with. Their middle six is absolutely abysmal. Their fourth line is not terrible. They do what they need to do, but their second and third line is absolutely abysmal. Other than Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, Zach Hyman and Nugent Hopkins are the only other pieces that are really halfway decent on that team. So blame the GM for not being able to build any depth around this team.
Fair enough. Furman -4 versus UNCG. It actually be at 4. It actually would be a lean towards UNCG. We have Furman as 2.5-point favorites, but not enough for us to want to bet it. Miami minus. I like it. While I can see this game being close, if you think so, then it's worth a little sprinkle, maybe a quarter unit or something, but nothing crazy. No depth kills the Oilers. Correct. Toronto first period is +104 3-way. There you go. Denver over. Yes. I already bet Leafs and Reg, but I will hedge with a draw. No. Don't hedge with no, stop. I don't know crap about hockey.
The way you can approach it though is you can take the draw at +430 and put literally less than half a unit on it, and you could put a full unit on the -200 Leafs in regulation, and as long as the Oilers don't win in regulation, you're fine.
That's fair. Denver plus the points. I like it. And Wofford in basketball. Who is Wofford playing? Wofford's playing Chattanooga. We have Chattanooga as a half-point favorite, so do with that information as you wish. Final game of the day, Nick. Blues, Penguins, 13 point. 135 favorites, total of 6. Where are you going in this one, Nick?
Yeah, this one's not as interesting as the last game, but we have the Blues coming into this game off of that very nice win that everybody saw that game, the Winter Classic. The game that had circled on their schedule there. They're 19-9-5. They're 19-14 against the spread. They're 15-16 over under. They're 7-6-3 away from home. On the other side, Pittsburgh 8-5. They're 15-16 against the spread. They're 15-15 over under. They're 9-5-2 at home. We have St. Louis coming into this game since the COVID break. They've won back-to-back games since returning, winning 4-2 against Edmonton and 6-4 against the Minnesota Wild. We look at Pittsburgh. They made their return on the 2nd and showed absolutely no rust, scoring 6 goals in the first period and chasing James Reimer after 20 minutes of play. Hitting the over in the first period in an 8-5 win that they made you sweat a little bit because San Jose scored three goals in the third period to make it 6-5 before the Penguins scored 2 at the end. And don't look now, the Penguins have won 8 straight games. They won 7 straight. They've won 7 straight heading into the COVID break, and they won against San Jose. I'm not stepping in front of this freight train here. All the signs point to Pittsburgh for me. Pittsburgh coming in on a really good winning streak. They're playing really good hockey. And then you have a St. Louis team in a letdown spot. I'm sorry. What for a regular season game, are the Blues going to play a more important, more meaningful regular season game than that Winter Classic?
No.
So, yeah, I think that was a game that they circled on their schedules. They were ready to be there. And now they're stepping into Pittsburgh against a team that is, I think, still better than them. Pittsburgh's definitely exceeded my expectations this year. I expected them to be a lot worse. Casey DeSmith will be in net, but I don't care. I think that the Penguins take care of business in this spot. So I'm going to take them here on the money line, minus 135. That's one of my handicap tone picks. And I have the over 6 as well as my other one. I got it over 5.5 for the handicap tone at minus 140. But I personally bet over 6 in this game. I see goals, which would also kind of obviously lean me towards team total over 3.5 at plus 110 for the Penguins as well. I think the Penguins take care of business here.
There you go. Right, I wasn't putting much on the draw, just something fun to see if you. Yes, 100%. Everyone humping the Blues.
Yeah, everybody loves the Blues right now.
Terry doesn't. How about that Grand Salami last night?
Yeah,
I like it. Over in the Pittsburgh game, Pittsburgh might get upset tonight. I don't know.
I don't see it.
Give me Youngstown State -4 versus Robert Morris.
Go from one Penguins to another Penguins with Youngstown there.
It would be a lean towards Robert Morris. We have Youngstown as 1.5 point favorites, so not really anything. DeSmith is in net. I bet Pittsburgh moneyline and the over 6. Sounds good. That is pretty much it for today's slate. We made it through an hour. That's fine. But before we jump into recaps and all that stuff, we're going to go ahead and roll the bumper and then housekeeping and some recapping. So let's do it.
Hey guys, EarleSportsBets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to EarleSportsBets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, listen to that pretty girl. It's a good deal over there. But quick housekeeping before we jump into it. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, and our merch, all linked down below, along with the Earle Sports Bets website and the Earle Sports Bets TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. We do little fun short videos, giving out some free plays over there. So check out the TikTok. That should also be linked in the description below. Speaking of Picks and Parleys, follow the entire team. Craig does his show a little bit earlier than us, around 10ish. Me and Nick live now. Higgs live in about 8 minutes. Allie will be live with Morning Wood, last Woody standing today.
That'll be me again.
Oh God, Nick's gonna do it again, so that kind of sucks. But Nick will be back for that at 1:30, 6 o'clock game time decision. We'll see what Total Chaos is and free picks and all that stuff later. But lots of content coming out. Make sure you guys check out all 3 of the channels: Earle Sports Bets, Picks and Parleys, and Winning Free Picks. Recap for today: I got a decent sized slate for the NBA. I'm taking Indiana plus the 8, Golden State -5.5, Toronto plus 7.5, Oklahoma City plus 7.5, Denver plus 3, and over in Denver, Miami money line and Atlanta money line for today's slate.
Yeah, and looking at it for me, let me get this up. I am on. Where's mine? There we go. The Magic plus 9, the Spurs plus 8, the Pacers plus 8, and the sprinkle on their money line. Toronto plus 8. Apparently today's lucky number is plus 8. Atlanta minus 101, Miami minus 117, and the NHL over in both games, over 6. St. Louis and Pittsburgh over 6. Edmonton and Toronto, and the Pittsburgh Penguins money line at minus 135.
There you go. Nathan sprinkled the Leafs minus 2.5. Thanks, guys. Bunch of thumbs up. Thunder game pass. Fair enough. LOL, right? Nick, another Penguin. Nice show. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Let's get it today. Creighton game under 128. I believe we have that. Yep. Penguin X Penguin parlay birdcage. Let's get it. What time? 1:30 today
1:30
for that. Allie on vacation? No, she's sick.
But
Nick, wrap on out the stream for today.
Yeah, that's just going to do it for this one. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here on ESP, which is every single morning, 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to just about do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. This has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys, and good luck.